All right. Okay. So we're going to talk about men's health and the function of life today. Uh, men's health, women's health as well. It's typically one of the things that we all men we like to hear more about, because usually when man gets over 40, some people even earlier, we start to have issues. Give me one second.
Henry,
Yeah.
there's a list about how to become an efficient recruiter in Chinese. So that's not the screen I think you want.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let me stop that. And health. Okay, now we are on that. That's the right one, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so men's health. When we get over the age of 40, usually, some people earlier, we start to have weakness in our body, especially regarding our life in bed. Basically, this is very important for a lot of people, I guess most people, and we usually slow down, or we have difficulty, or we feel too tired, or we feel that we lose interest in sex life. With the coming of the function of life, it seemed to have solved a lot of problems for people in this field. I went to the cruise the 2019, and I heard a story from one of the top leaders at the time, and he told me that this product is a big deal in the country, because what happened is when somebody introduced this product to their island, a lot of men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, they use it, they loved it, and they don't have to use other things like Viagra or some other things, which is very expensive. So they use it, and then they loved it, and eventually they also get benefits for many other things, like the arthritis or pain and weight control. And because in the small island there is not very much health care, so whatever problem they have to fly out of the island to another bigger place with the hospital, that they can deal with those problems. So when they have this product, it seems to have solved their other problems, other concerns too. So this become a big deal, a big thing in the country. And eventually they also invited our CEO Ramin to the island to have an official launch in the country. And that kind of inspired me, because this area known is a big market. One of the top seller in a healthcare store is men's products as well. So it is a inspiration for us to expand the market to other areas, but this is very important part of our life, and this is important part of our health, and it's also connected to the overall general health of our body, because when we have this issue, we lose confidence. Usually men, they don't feel good about themselves, they don't feel good about their family life, sex life, their friendship with the opposite sex, and this is very, very important. So it usually comes in this what they use this term called erectile dysfunction, and this dysfunction is caused by impotence. It has another name called impotence, and this word is actually very degrading. It's like you don't feel good to be capped with that kind of word. This is a type of sexual dysfunction in which the penis fails to become very to stay erect during sexual activity. It is the most common sexual problem in men through its connection to self-image and to problems in sexual relationships. Erectile dysfunction can cause psychological harm as well. In about 80% of the cases, physical cause can be identified. These include cardiovascular disease, diabetes mellitus, neurological problems such as those following prostatectomy, hypogonadism, and drug side effects. About 10% of cases are psychological impotence caused by thoughts of feelings or feelings. Here, there is a strong response to placebo treatment. The term erectile dysfunction is not used for other disorders of erection, such as priapism. Treatment involves addressing the underlying causes, lifestyle modification, and addressing psychological problems. In many cases, treatment is attempted by drugs, specifically PDE5 inhibitors, which dilate blood vessels, allowing more blood to flow through the spongy tissues of the penis. Other treatments less commonly used include prostaglandin pellets inserted in the urethra, smooth muscle relaxants, and vasodilators injected into the pelvis. Okay, so these are very technical terms, and anyway, there are many ways to treat it, but in most of these treatment programs, we are trying to deal with the symptom with some kind of a physical or drugs, medication. As I said, sometimes when we use these tools to help the body to deal with this problem, we are more or less like forcing a 80-year-old or 90-year-old man to have sex, and it's like you're whipping them. You're whipping them. They are not up to the job, but if you keep whipping them, then it's forcing the body to do more than it can do, and that's why it causes problems like heart attack or other things that weaken the body. And so it's not the best way of dealing with it. So the ligaments and men's health, which come back to the Fountain of Life, what the Fountain of Life is doing is actually trying to make the body younger and stronger. So there are many ways it's helping the body. First of all, it's cleaning the blood. So it deals with your liver, kidney functions. When you have too much fatty stuff, fatty liver, or elevated enzyme, hepatic enzyme in the liver, usually these are important cause of sexual dysfunctions. Also kidney weakness, in terms of how it doesn't filter the blood properly. We start to have swelling, we start to have prostate enlargement, inflammation, and also there are other causes like heart valve weakness. When the heart is not closing properly or is leaking blood, you need a strong heart to be able to pump the blood to the local area to really push it to stand up stronger and longer and lasting longer time. But if your heart is dysfunctional, then first of all, you have too much risk in doing that. So if you don't fix the heart problem, it's very hard for the body to perform better. And with the blood quality, this is all about cholesterol, triglycerides, or sugar diabetes. When we have sugar diabetes, we tend to slow down the blood circulation. Blood starts to clog up in the body, in the leg, could be anywhere, in the heart, in the brain. But for men, it's very difficult to pump the blood to the local area if our blood is like sugary blood. We always make the comparison that when you have let's say when your blood is converting red wine blood to maple syrup blood, then your body is going to slow down in everything. It's going to slow down in the circulation. It's going to cause inflammation or accumulative effect of the inflammation. That's going to make the tissue swell. That's where it happens in the prostate. When the prostate is enlarged, it lowers its function, because most of men's ejaculation comes from the prostate function. If the prostate is inflamed, it's enlarged, then it not only shut off the flow of urine, but it also kind of blocks the ejaculation, so men doesn't feel as much sensation, and also because the inflamed prostate doesn't produce enough volume for the body to be able to shoot out. So that just deprives men of the feelings of sensation and then orgasm. So everything contributes. When our body is not doing well, we have no energy. When you don't have enough energy, you don't feel like doing anything. You don't have the desire, you don't have the urge. You just simply want to go to bed and lie down, and you doze off anywhere, and you are not going to really look for fun. So all of these things, it's going to lower our self-image. We are not attractive anymore to women as well. So that's it all contributes to how we feel, and that really impact the sex life of our body. And this is why when you use the Fountain of Life, you strengthen your body in many ways. It give you energy. It even makes your hair look more beautiful, your skin look more beautiful, and you don't lose as much. You don't lose as much. Muscles, and also you have more stamina anyway. So all of this contributes to our men's health, and it really supports the prostate health, the heart health, even the appearance of your hair, your skin, your muscles. All of that helps us to feel better and feel better about ourselves. So when we take the Fountain of Life, it contributes to almost everything in our body to make us stronger, and that's how we help with ourselves. So taking the Fountain of Life is one of the best ways to enhance your energy, your manpower, and to improve family life. Even for ladies, when we use it when our ladies use it, they also feel like they have more energy, they have more interest. They also deal with this kidney yang and yin deficiency. So the body is able to rejuvenate itself. When we get older, ladies tend to have, let's say, hot flashes, or these are all meaning we are losing the energy, but also very important is when we have yin deficiency, our body tends to dry up. When we dry up in our body, a lot of people feel the dryness in the eyes, so they have to use the eye drop. And people feel dry in the mouth. They try to drink a lot of water, but they still feel dry. And then they tend to have dry skin. Also, they kind of dry up in the lower part of our body. Then we start to have pains, and then injuries. We start to have bleeding, and all of this contributes to even fungus and other stuff that build up in our body. Then we just start to lose interest. We don't enjoy as much as we do when we're younger. It doesn't produce as much lubricants, and so we lower our fun, and we then don't think about it, don't enjoy doing it anymore. and then so it's men and women, we have to mutually interact with each other for better sex life. So when we have difficulty doing that, then we just sleep in a separate bed, and that's a lot of men and women, husband and wife, they don't sleep together very much anymore when they get older, and this is very typical. So when we take the Fountain Life, we tend to enjoy each other much better, and this is happening because our body is feeling much better in general health. Things are improving for the better, and then we just like that, not more than without the Fountain Life. Okay, so that's just a topic that I would like to inspire some people in their testimonials, and so we have another half an hour to go. If you have any questions or any testimonials, we open up the chat and everybody can participate. If you have anything to say, any testimonials, anything that you would like to share. We just had a good trade show in Toronto. We encourage you to go to your local shows. Usually in the trade show, you have a lot of opportunity to talk to people. You meet new people, because it's very hard for us just to talk to family members or talk to your close friends. You have to be able to find new people meet new people and make new friends. And then you can build up your relationship with those people and start to communicate with them. There would be people that are always looking for opportunities, looking for better health. So we have a chance to talk to a lot of people, and you can have a lot of new needs in your list. So you just follow up with them 2-3 days later. You just tell them that you talk to them, and then nice meeting them, and to try to set up an appointment again. Not everybody is going to find time for you, but if you figure out 1 or 2 people from a trade show, either as a customer or as a partner, that's how you build up momentum. Because when we meet new people, they are able to introduce you to other people. You have 1 or 2 partner, and then every time you build it. So over the year, you go to a few shows or you go to a few meetings. I met one lady. She bought 1 bottle, and then she introduced me to somebody else who is very much into health. So we are talking, and they ordered some, and I sent it to their home. And then I talked more with them. They become more interested. They say, okay, I'm going to have a small home party, and you can come and then talk to my friends. So that's how we take our needs to a new level, and hopefully you build a long-term relationship with them. If you have any questions or anything you want to put in the chat, in the questions and answers, we are here to discuss that. We have a lot of new. Okay, Juliet.
Good morning. Good morning. Good night to our partners in Asia.
Yes.
Good morning, Dr. Henry. Yes. So as a Opulence partner, introducing Fountain of Life, especially with women and men And, as we go into middle age and get older, I mean, we want to feel younger and keep our energy boost. But how do you introduce Fountain of Life to this group of men and women who can be very shy or not to talk about issues or topic about this kind? So how do you introduce that to both women and men? Thank you.
Yeah, so we have this booklet. You can point it out, and to the we have a brochure, right? We open it and I point to promote prostate health. So at that time we can mention that it can enhance manpower. Once you start this topic, they know what you're talking about. So if they are more open, then you can open up the topic more deeper, and you can tell them stories about the small islands. You can tell them about people who have better energy. So this is usually it's harder to talk directly. A lot of people but once you mention it to them, if they have such issue, they will become more interested to talk about it. So they start to open up a little better. And sometimes I would mention multiple different things. For example, hemorrhoids. A lot of people have something like that. A lot of people, and they usually they don't mention it by themselves voluntarily. But when you mention it, they start to listen. They start to ask questions. They start to dig deeper into that. So it's the same with a different topic like this. You just skip through a few topics, and then they start to pinpoint on a specific issue that they have, and then you can go deeper than that.
Right. Thank you, Henry. Thank you.
I have been having people inquiring about hemorrhoids, for example, and when I mentioned it, so when you talk to people, you try to mention a number of conditions that can help. You just say it can be used topically on anything, and then it might hit one of the triggers. It helps them to open up, and you can talk more. Try to have as many testimonials as you can have on your phone, and make it handy. Some people they use a binder to show different type of testimonials or even research papers. So build up your folder of information, and with that you will be able to open up people more as well.
I would want to ask,
Yes, go ahead, John.
My name is John from Eldoret, the City of Champions, Kenya. I would want to ask, how about FOL on big tummies in especially women?
Okay. Now,
How long?
I mean, weight problems, right?
Yes. How soon does it reduce that
Okay.
big tummy?
Yeah, the big tummy issue is usually because of metabolism. Some people have thyroid issues. Some people have fatty liver issues. Some people they have just a lower metabolism rate in the body, and some people don't exercise. Some people eat too much. So there are so many things that contribute to the weight gain. and we have the studies on the weight control. So the Fountain of Life, it helps the body to eliminate the contributions of weight problem. For example, it kind of normalize your thyroid function, because when your thyroid is low, you tend to gain weight even drinking water. So you have to detox and clean your thyroid function so that the thyroid start to produce the right amount of metabolism hormones. So your body start to metabolize, start to burn fat. Other people are having issues with the fatty liver. When the liver is saturated with fat, it doesn't break down the fat into glucose and burn it out anymore. So it tend to gain weight because you are always eating more than the body can consume. So it accumulates in the liver first, and then it accumulates in the belly. The belly is the biggest storage of fat in the body, because the belly is the least exercised part of your body. You might walk, you might use your hand. So that's why your other parts of the body might be slimmer, the hands and the feet. You might be slim, but the middle part of your core is the part that you don't usually exercise. So you just keep it there. Using the Fountain of Life is, first of all, it helps with your thyroid. Secondly, it dig out the mud in your liver. Liver is like saturated with the grease, with fat, with triglycerides, and lower the function. And thirdly, the Fountain of Life give you the energy to exercise, because when you are tired, exhausted, you just want to lay back on a couch and watch TV and doze off to sleep, and that's just, you are not going to burn the excessive calories in your body, which 3,000 of extra calories builds up to be 1 pound of body flesh, especially on the belly. So the Fountain of Life can help you to clean your thyroid. It cleans the liver. It gives you the energy and give you the motivation to go out and exercise. And the more you exercise, the more you are able to do that. The more you burn your fat, and then you just it's a good cycle that you get into. Otherwise, it's a vicious cycle. You eat too much, you get tired, you just lie on the couch, you gain more, and you don't have energy to do anything. And then you eat again, you do the same. Eventually, we just gain over and over. We just become too much in the body. So using Fountain of Life just gets you into a good cycle. Can FOL help with ALS? Yes, we have people using it for Parkinson, for all these brain-related issues, and it's definitely something worth a try. Again, as we were saying, we don't claim anything, but it's always a great idea to use them. Most importantly, the Fountain of Life strengthen your organs, make your organs stronger, and then they start to work with each other, because our 5 elements in the body, the kidney, liver, heart, lungs, and stomach, they work with each other to promote each other. Eventually, it brings more blood flow, oxygen, nutrients to the brain, and wake up the brain to do whatever it's supposed to do. So that's why it helps people also with MS, with other things like Parkinson, because it's pumping the blood to the brain, and brain cells get well nourished. They get enough nutrients, oxygen, blood flow, and that's how they kind of stop dying. A lot of these problems like Parkinson, Alzheimer, dementia, and ALS, MS, is because the brain is not getting enough nutrients, and then they start to malfunction. And the brain usually starts to shrink. They call it brain atrophy. It just starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's how we how you use it to strengthen the organs, make the organs working properly. That's how eventually you might be able to help with the ALS. Thank you. When your body is when you take the Fountain of Life, it also helps the body to be able to get nutrients from the food. You feel better about the food. You feel better appetite. A lot of people have bloatedness in the tummy, so they feel the gas. They feel accumulation of gas. They don't have enough enzyme in the body. As we're talking about the liver being saturated with fat, losing its function, so it's not going to produce enough bile and enough enzyme and enough chemical compounds to process the food. And also some people, they have a lower level of stomach acid that can break down the food. Some people have difficulty with the small intestine. They are not absorbing the nutrients from the food. So all of that contribute to your body's function to absorb nutrients. And when you don't absorb nutrients from the food, you don't produce enough blood volume. So you don't produce enough white blood cells, red blood cells. I was talking to my wife. We have a friend from the church that she has very low blood pressure, like 90/45, and she feels dizzy and she feels cold. This is typically because their body is not producing the right amount of nutrients from the digestive tract system, and they don't make enough blood. They don't have enough circulation, and when they don't have this enough circulation in the body, enough blood flow, then they don't have the capacity to eat food. So when they eat food, they tend to sit in the stomach, and they don't want to eat next meal. So this is all like a vicious cycle. 90/45 means the high, we call the systolic is 90, and diastolic is 45, which means very low. The normal is 120/80. So when you have very low blood pressure, it's actually very dangerous. You can pass out, you can faint, you can bump your head into something. Yeah, that's very dangerous to know. So, so we need to use the Fountain of Life. I was asking my wife, can you ask her to take the Fountain of Life? And she said, I tried. And she said, I'm taking calcium, I'm taking this and that. I said, that's not enough for your body. You're not, your calcium is not going to save your life. Calcium can help you to build up your bone density a little better, but if you don't have a digestive system to support your body, you can collapse and then die somewhere. And so this is very important for our body to be able to eat and to digest and to increase your blood production in the body, circulation, and finally it's going to help you with your overall general health. Okay, we're open for more questions, and if you have anything you'd like to discuss, we can go from there. Otherwise, I'll continue to talk. So when I went to the show, one of the ladies that bought the one bottle, in the next 2 days, she felt better. She has cancer. She has quite a few things in the body. She's weak. She's having stomach issues. So when she takes the first 2 days, she felt good. And then she told her friend about it. So because of the the faster action of the fountain of life, you have a much faster cycle of people telling each other about it. So the word of mouth is very powerful. When you have a product like the fountain of life, you are able to reach out to people much faster than other products. Yes, John.
Yes. How would you tell somebody who is undergoing cancer treatment but no chemo yet, and the doctor has said don't take any other, medication like Fountain of Life? Of course, I've introduced her to Fountain of Life, but only applying because of arthritis.
Yes, it's it's a common situation where most people, they want to listen to the doctor, what the doctor is telling them. It is important to listen to your doctor, but at the same time we want to make our body stronger, because most of the traditional treatment, they are not trying to make your body younger and stronger. And you need a younger and stronger body to function, and you need a good immune system. A lot of treatment is actually beating on your immune system. So, for example, when the chemo happens, you dramatically lower your white blood counts. Let's say from 5,000 to 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, until the chemo would be too much or too strong, and your body cannot handle it anymore, so they will stop. And this is why we are trying to fight the cancer, but we are also weakening our body in some ways, which is weak in the first place. So that's why we want to strengthen our body. While we are fighting cancer, we need the body to be able to stand on its own feet. You need the body to be able to function, because when we do those treatments, we feel nausea, we feel sick, we feel weak, we don't want to eat, and all of this is contributing to your future problems. So your body, you really need a good army in your body to fight back. But if you are kind of killing the good army, then it's hard for the body to continue the fight. So people somehow, they would have to make their body stronger. They have to change their body condition for them to do better. So it's a delicate balance. You have to respect the doctor, but at the same time you want to advise them to make the body stronger and younger and build up the immune system. So yeah, some people are more open to that. Some people, they decide to use it themselves in their own decision. You have to just educate them about the benefits of building a stronger body. Thank you, John. Okay, I think we have more people joining us. We have Ernie Williams, welcome. We have Vivo. More people coming. Okay. If you like to open up speak, I can open your video even. If you want to raise your hand, we still have a few minutes left. This morning, I think somehow I was using my cell phone when I wake up, and I feel, oh, my nose is a little stuffy, so I just rub a few drops outside and then try to squeeze one drop inside. It actually helped. It helped to clear up the nose. So it's something that you can use topically almost anywhere in the body. and it's good for the skin. A lot of people use it for the skin tags, for the moles. They just rub it on, but you have to consistently do it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 4 weeks until it drops off. So it's a great way of getting rid of things that you don't want on your body. Wherever it is, just apply it consistently for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and you might see magic happening. So next slide. Go ahead, Grace. You have something to say?
Yes, hello.
Yes, Grace.
Yeah, I have a patient who is suffering from ALS.
Yes.
I just want to have a clip of testimony about this patient who's suffering ALS and been using FOL.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a recorded testimony myself. I don't know whether anybody else has it, but it's something. It's a very difficult condition. So
Yeah.
whatever the situation is, you would encourage them to take at least 3 pumps a day or more. They can start a little slower, but they can increase it to, if they have the budget, they can increase it to 3 to 6 pumps a day.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. I see your title is MD. Are you a medical doctor?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not. I'm a retired nurse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a medical doctor from Gale Defoe. He actually came. He expressed a lot of interest in the Funk of Life. I said, usually you people from your medical background don't usually believe in natural remedies. He said, I am different. I actually want to open a pharmacy with natural herbs. I want to put a natural product in my pharmacy. So he actually owns the pharmacy and he wants to do that. So more people are opening up, more people are getting information and enough knowledge. Even I was talking to a kidney specialist. It's actually quite a few people mentioned Funk of Life to him. So it's the word is spreading. People are getting great results with it. So it's up to us all to show the world that there's something that you can do to change the world for the better. And Early Williams said that my direct saw blood in her urine. My client saw blood in her urine once and not again. What can be the problem? How can Funk of Life help? The blood in the urine, it can be a few different things. One is something is cancerous growing in the kidney. It can break the blood vessels in the kidney and start bleeding. Only when it kind of dramatically grow and break a major muscle, a major blood vessel, then you can see the physical blood in the urine for that. So it can go on and off. It can also be a bladder, urinary bladder issue if there's a polyp or something that's in there and that causes bleeding. It can be urinary tract infection as well. So there are quite a few things. They should definitely check it out with the doctor. But most importantly, they should start taking the Funk of Life more dramatically. There's something hiding there. Bleeding is never a good thing for the urine. So it's always a good idea to get on it right away while you're waiting for testing results. Okay, so that question is done. And okay, we have Dania join the call. And Mike Matthew. You must be mistaken about the time. We are 1 hour into the call. So next time come on 8 o'clock in the morning, because it's 8 o'clock is in Toronto time, is 9 o'clock in Asian countries. So if we start at 9 in Toronto, then it will be 10 o'clock in Asian countries. Then they'll drag into 11. So that's kind of late. But for us in Toronto, we wake up a little early. Yes, Michael.
How are you? Morning.
Good morning.
I thought you had a time change. That's why I am so late.
Yes, it's the time change. So next time 1 hour earlier.
1 hour earlier now.
So yeah, we already done 1 hour ago. From like we started 8 o'clock in Toronto time. So that's we are 80. No, we are 60 minutes into the hour.
That's 9 o'clock my time.
Yeah. What is
Okay.
your time now?
What
is your time now? 9 o'clock?
My time now is 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay, yeah. So we started 1 hour earlier. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the winter time in Toronto. We just moved the clock 1 hour late.
Okay.
And Helen, raise your hand. Okay. Helen, you are the co-host. You are the Hannah, you are allowed to talk. Yes, Helen. I have unmuted you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, so sorry. I just said that I'm not very good with the buttons. Anyway, I really enjoy your session, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful. How do I say? We are so privileged to know and to learn from you, dear. And anyway, I'm sure that my team have also sit in and listened to you. And I do have a few questions, but I think I will leave to another time. I think it's about you have worked very hard tonight. I will send to you separately. Thank you so much, Henry. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for getting on the call.
No problem. No problem. Okay. So how?
Okay, we have Yvonne Davis getting on the call, and we have Shamala getting on the call. Okay, if you have any, if some of you new people come in later, if you have any questions, we are open to talk a little more. It's just we started at 8 o'clock Toronto time, so
Henry,
yes, Yvonne.
well, this part of the world, we got the time mixed up because I send and tell all my partners log in at 10 o'clock.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah.
Can you post the recording in one of the presenters group? Because I reached out last week to everybody. I didn't have your link to ask you to post. So you could post last week and this week on in one of the chat groups. Please, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Because I usually share it with all my customers, you know, to encourage them.
Yeah. The time is mixed up. Yeah, when the Toronto time changed to winter time, we moved 1 hour later, earlier, something like that.
So what time will it be?
So we are 1 hour finished. basically we have been doing 1 hour by now. So we start at 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh, so 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, the Eastern
So
time.
8 o'clock Eastern time will be 8 o'clock our time.
Yes.
All right. Well, I have to apologize because I'm busy telling them to jump on and log on.
Oh, okay. We are going to hang in there a
So
little
send me
while. Yeah, we're going to hang in there a little while more. So if anybody get on, we'll address their if they have any questions. We can answer their questions. Oh, we have Tony. Raise your hand, Tony. Tony, you are unmuted.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Henry. Thank you for an informative call as usual. I just want to address the time zone issue because I'm in the Caribbean like everyone else. Just to let everyone know that it's only the testimonial call that has not changed for us. We come on at 9 a.m. while Toronto comes on at 8.
Yeah.
But the other calls, the forensic call, we would now come on at 10 p.m. The product crossfire call, we come on at 9 p.m. But this is the only one that has not changed. So this is for Michael, Yvonne, people in the Southern Caribbean like myself. We have not changed in relation to the testimonial call. Hope that helps.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
The company calls, they didn't change the time. This is a special product call. So, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony and Henry. You notice I've been out of the loop for some time. I'm having serious problems with my laptop here, and I just try to log on with the phone, but because of my business and so on, people keep calling me, so I really can't make it on the phone. I haven't got the laptop sorted out yet, but as soon as things work out, and I saw I logged on to your call on Sunday. What happened? Because again, I think it's the time zone. I logged in early, and actually fell asleep.
Oh,
yeah, so because I actually logged in early and thought the time was thing. I actually fell asleep. So I got to understand how things are going. So as soon as things get better in terms of the lap, I'll be back in the loop.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. We have more people joining us now. We have Sanjay, we have Howard, we have a Skin. Okay. Okay, yeah. So as I said, we'll hang in there for a few more minutes. If anybody has any questions or testimonials, we are here to address it. But next week we try to do it. Just make sure that you get, if it's 1 hour earlier than your time, you will catch us on time.
Dog sleeping, don't wake him. Once he touches the door, you're gonna wake.
Henry,
Yes, Tanya.
hi, good morning. Anyway, we don't have any research result yet about the vitiligo, right?
Vitiligo. We do have people using it for that. I think it's still a deficiency of your nutrients. It's the body something dysfunctional in the body to allow it to happen, because the skin is not getting the right nutrients to supply the color. So it just kind of start to discolor. So taking the Fount of Life, there is a good chance it can help.
Okay. Okay, the kid is 9 years old and 4 years old. Can I give them a few drops?
Yes, you can.
And the juice or the smoothies? Yeah.
Yes.
For right now, I notice it. just apply it topically.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, Sanjay, you have a question?
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Okay.
Henry, can you hear me?
This morning, I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. Whenever they catch a cold, I give 3 drops and 5 drops and it disappears. So that's what I can say about the under 12 years of age. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, John. Okay, Sanjay,
Henry?
go ahead.
Yeah, how does FOL help with nerve pain in general?
Nerve pain, depending on which kind. A lot of people have this, they call it sciatic pain or something. That's usually because of the degeneration of the spinal cord, the disc. When they fuse with each other, when they merge with each other, when they grind each other, they start to pinch, they start to grind on the nerves. So that's typically for a lot of people, a lot of pains are coming from the spine.
Because this is for a foot doctor, Henry. So a foot doctor, basically, that I'm talking to, he has a lot of patients that have nerve pain, and he has no product to help. Would this even help?
Oh yes, yes, because it's going to strengthen the kidney, strengthen the liver. These are the 2 organs that take care of the joints, the bones, the joints and bones and the bone density. So many things are connected to the kidney and liver. So when we strengthen them, it eventually goes back to supply the body. It's like, as we were talking about the stomach and digestive system, that it will help the body to absorb the collagen from the food, for example, and it's going to absorb calcium from whatever food, like your milk or some other thing, cheese that you eat. So you really need those building blocks for your joints. And when your joints are intact, when they're healthy, they don't twist and grind or tear the nerves. Then you have less joint pain, taking the Fountain of Life is definitely good for pains, all kinds of pains, for nerve.
Now, what type of dosing would you recommend that the doctor state to his patients?
Usually for, I was saying, usually for therapeutic dosage, we are looking at definitely more than 10 drops a day. So let's say 30 drops a day is more typical. And some people are more fans, they take 60, 90. Some people with more urgent issues like cancer or something like that, they use it up to 6 to 9. So the dosage really depends on their budget and depends on how they can handle the reaction from the body. Some people, they take a few drops and then they feel, oh, I have this rash or I have something. So they have to slow down a bit for the body to cope with it. So if they have to test out which is the best dosage for themselves, best dosage, and what is the budget that allows them. Usually, when people have a better financial budget, they can have more room to play with. They can take more or less. But some people, they have a restricted budget, so they take less.
So these drops should help with diabetic neuropathy as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Sanjay. And Dr. Rosanen, you have something to ask? Okay. Imelda said we have a lady giving more than 20 drops sublingual and rubbed in her lower back for more than 20 drops. Her sciatica pain subsided, she said, in less than an hour. Yes, it's we can use the Fountain of Life topically on the local area, and especially when you rub it, you kind of massage it into the tissues, and you also mobilize the blood in the local area. So rub it on with some massage, that always helps. Okay, I see Dr. Rosen's hand is will raise up. If you have any question, you can ask. If you raise up by mistake, then we are going to close the call soon. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for getting on the call. We'll talk.
Before you go, sorry, before you go, I have a friend who I was chatting with, and she, well, is a friend of mine who had bought Fountain of Life from me, and then he spoke with her. And then I had a chance to chat with her. Now this friend, she has diabetes, she has high blood pressure, and she also has kidney problems. What dosage can you recommend to help this lady with a Fountain of Life?
I would say if the budget allows, take 3 pumps a day, like the syringes.
3 pumps?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. Okay. Thank you very much for getting on the call. Next week, same time, it's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern time. So you can figure that out according to your local time. Thank you very much. We have a good day, have a good evening, and enjoy.
Thank you, Henry. See you later.
Thank you. We'll see you tonight.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Meta.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Tony.
Henry, don't forget to post on one of the chat groups the recording, please. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.